look into your mother's eyes, you see the purest form of love. This shows the bond between mothers and their children, as well as their role in nurturing. Women are basically responsible for character formation of children, and if gotten wrong, it will be bad for the society. In our report, Amaka will present diverse perspectives to capture Mother's Day.
Motherhood is one of the greatest gifts bestowed on humanity, and all over the world, many successful people from diverse backgrounds, including musicians, poets, world leaders, often attribute heights attained to contributions and support from their mothers. Maternal love, psychologists say, is assuring and true. These individuals show appreciation and celebrate their moms in glowing terms.
I just called her to tell her I love her, appreciate her for how she supported me over the years, from being a kid to a grown man now. Now that I'm an adult, I know what it means to sacrifice for another human being, and that's what she has done for me and my sibling all these years.
She has done a lot for me. Even till now, there are some things she would do, and I'm like, I don't think I can have any. If I come to this world again, I don't think I would want any other person but you. So I would describe my mom as a super woman.
A mother's love is unconditional in the sense that you can actually compare it to any other person's love. What a mother will do for you, someone who's really not your mom may not be able to do it.
What kind of love are you showing your mom today?
Unconditional love.
How are you doing that?
By helping her.
Mothers are said to be unique in their ways as they play fundamental roles in sustaining their homes.
I can do anything for them. It's not easy. Yes, I understand. Even if there is nothing in the home, but I'll make sure they eat first. Even if I'm crying, I'll make sure I put smile on their face. They won't know that I'm crying. So it's not easy.
If I'm going to raise this child to be in my likeness, then there are some things I have to give off. I have to let go of. You understand? To be there for the child. I knew that I needed to work extra.
I was forced to make comparisons between paternal and maternal love.
Sometimes it seems like a father's love can be earned, if you do well in school. Sometimes, not for all parents though, but majorly, there's a tendency to see you. You can tell that if I do this, my dad's going to be proud.
I believe mother and father are equal, but today, in this modern day, people celebrate mother than father.
How can mothers contribute to improving the moral and value system in society? Listen to these mothers.
Charity, they say, begins at home. So if these children get the right training from home, they take it out to the society. Even if they want to be any kind of peer pressure, they still remember the home they are coming from. So the first thing especially the mother, because we are very closer to our children, the first thing every mother should do is that they ensure that they communicate.
We need to bring back discipline. We need to bring back morals into our society. If you go through the social media, the level of killings and all that is happening, we're here blaming each other. But I would say that the major fault is the foundation. We as mothers are the key to raising a child.
It is the hope of all that mothers live to reap the fruits of their labor and eternal rest to mothers who have gone to the great beyond.
Thank you, Amaka. Now, remember the late English poet and tailor's work, My Mother. I'm sure many just remember the first stanza where we talk about my mother who sat and washed my infant head. But there are lines in the last verse which talked about when mothers are feeble, old, and grey, that will be there to soothe their pains away. So as a nation, we need to do more for mothers. Now, moving away from the story of mothers, for the All Progressives Congress family, their joy over the weekend knew no bounds, especially when the reward of their sacrifices yielded positive results, with greater expectations for a more united front ahead of future contests. Abubakar Akwanga went round the corridors of Eagle Square, venue of the just concluded APC convention, National Convention. He has this package for Newsline.
When you talk about love, passion, and loyalty for a political party, this perhaps may just be a classical example, as these men here traveled far distance to be at the convention but ended up outside the venue for obvious security reasons, not deterred by the measures put in place. They resort to take refuge in an unusual place just like this for them to be very close to the source where the information will quickly get to them.
I am there for APC since before 2014. Up to now we are APC.
It is 12 midnight, and for many it is time to rest after a hard day's job. But for these party loyalists, the dawning of a new day can only become a reality when the storm is over. And then they retired to road layers and setback for the long wait amidst silence of the night for the long-awaited victory at the party's national convention.
That's why you see me around on the road. Since morning we are dancing, we are singing, everybody do something lively to each other. I'm from Oyo State, and I love my party.
The story is the same during the day as massive supporters of APC trooped out to be part of the epoch-making event, the 2022 National Convention. Measures to beef up security, traffic and other arrangement were well coordinated to avoid breakdown of law and order during the exercise.
The security situation is quite commendable and the convention is well organized.
Everybody is moving, there's no fear of anything. Despite the challenges you have assessing to enter into these premises.
We are having a stress-free and a havoc-free National Convention 2022.
As the long work to achieving life for APC ends, celebrations begin with expectations for purposeful leadership for the party and enormous benefit to Nigerians.
Meanwhile, that Abuja was host to a big political event with representatives from across the country is no longer news. While this political party event was convention was on with business of the day, NTA lens captured some side events still within the convention arena. Aisha Uba Ali tells us more.
Nigerians have always been described as happy and business-inclined people. This reflected at the event venue of the 2022 APC National Convention. Merchandise displaying different items and even hawkers used the opportunity of the convention to make money, which on a normal day would not have been, considering the location of the event. It was an opportunity for each state to showcase her candidates for the 2023 coming general elections. It was a display of color by different groups who believe their candidates are the best.
Experience and the type of leadership quality he has, that's what makes us to support him.
However, the NTA camera lens was also quick to catch a die-hard Buhari and APC supporter who took risks just to witness the occasion.
A lot is happening here inside the venue, which is the Eagle Square, and even outside. But what caught my attention is this camel rider who came all the way from Katsina to support and show solidarity for the APC party.
I want to show the APC members and everybody that I'm a bona fide APC member.
Yahya Hamisu, popularly known as Bakim Balarabe, says it took him 5 days to be in Abuja on camel for the love of his party. Switching off his phone was for security reasons.
They used to park. If they saw me, they used to park and ask me and even take picture with me.
If you think riding on a camel's back is easy, to me it wasn't easy. After so much persuasion, I got on the camel, but almost lost my breath. The entourage from Katsina thrilled people with their choreography. While it was a successful convention, it will leave the city sanitation team to do justice to the environment.
Interesting. Now, report just reaching us says the Rivers State Governor, Nyesom Wike, has declared his intention to run for the 2023 presidential election. Details in our subsequent news. Now to an invention by Nigerian youth. It's often said that creativity leads to innovation, and young Nigerians keep contributing their quota to the world of science and technology. This time, another inventor made a breakthrough by inventing a drone technology in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Pauline Kuje tells us more.
Technology over the years changes with significant innovations by trailblazers across the globe, all to ease human existence and day-to-day activities. This was the story of the young and talented Ali Hassan Kyari, a final-year undergraduate student of Physics Department, University of Maiduguri, who invented a drone technology in Borno that can fly 3 kilometers. The Kaga-born Ali Hassan Kyari, while explaining the features of the latest technology in the drone world, identified some host of advantages of the technology in surveillance and improved camera shots, among others.
I started this invention since 2016 when I was in diploma in Dramatic Polytechnic and mechanical engineering, During that time, I have so much fun in inventing something new which can fly.
Ali Hassan Kyari was said to have developed interest in technologies that can fly since he was a child and started pursuing his career with keen interest. The inventor used local materials like carbon paper, aluminium and other materials, which he described as not qualitative, but when given the needed support, he will improve the technology to realize his dreams for the betterment of humanity.
I started biohybrids, then I have other one, which is two-bind jet engine. If you hear the sound just like a real jet engine, but it's not. If you combine 3 or 4 together, it can lift you up, But this cannot be done without a capital.
There is no doubt that supporting such kind of initiative will not only stimulate the enormous potentials of youngsters, but will directly challenge the growing rate of unemployment in the society.
Great invention. Now, relevant authorities and civil society groups can create platforms for investors and organizations to support and sponsor numerous inventions by young Nigerians. Now to the killer nanny. The story of a 15-year-old nanny who killed a 6-month-old baby in her care broke recently. This tragic story has attracted so many attention. And Kende Adebisi has been following the case. She has an update.
On 5th, being Saturday night, they asked me that they want the baby I'll come to carry. I said no, that I will not bring the baby. They said if I don't bring the baby, they will strangle me. So I said no, that I don't want to bring that baby. I begged them. They didn't agree So they give me bath, say that I should call that baby 4 times, the name 4 times. So when I called the baby 4 times, the bath turned to blood. So it's what happened.
Chiamaka Odo is one of the many suspects paraded at the Lagos State Police Command. She was employed by a family to look after their son, Jaden Osokolo. Little did the parents know that hiring her to take charge of their adorable son was like putting a hawk in charge of a chick. Our unlawful act landed her in police net, with no family or friend ready to identify with her. We met with the Lagos State Police Public Relations Officer, who shed more light on the case.
It's a crime against the state, so the state has a very vital role to play in the case. So, as is customary, the case file had to go through DPP, Department of Public Prosecution, and at the DPP, the arraignment was actually stood down. They claimed that what was needed to prosecute the young lady was not established yet.
In an attempt to really know who Chiamaka is and the motive behind her action, I spoke with her mother through a telephone conversation, and she blamed poverty for the choice of giving out a 15-year-old daughter as a nanny.
Need to chop and okay. So that's one of my sister content. He get somebody what they find that's why he go live with them.
Yes.
I go from there, get help.
Yes.
I don't take anything, and I never take anybody. My husband sometimes myself. Nobody take that what children.
Mother of late Jaden, who was also contacted but declined speaking, said that she was not mentally ready to speak up on the case.
How did you even get my number in the first place?
I can't reveal that to you, but we got it.
Okay.
Yeah. When do you think we can see you?
I don't know for now.
Troubled by this development, I took to the street of Lagos to seek the opinion of Nigerians on employing domestic staff, posing the question, do you conduct a background check on your domestic staff?
Nanny are taken by people who don't have time, maybe because of the nature of their work or certain other things.
So a woman has to protect her children and herself. So nanny, they are very dangerous because you don't trust them.
Yeah, they run these background checks and they also profile them, take their fingerprints and other details, biometrics. And we don't get people coming in for search in quite the numbers that you expect.
Attributing her action to witchcraft and the fact that Chiamaka is a minor has stalled the case, but the Sokolo family are still hopeful that justice will be served.
Absolutely creepy. In addition to background checks, importantly, mothers, please make efforts to take care of your children and also pray for them and the family. We'll keep you posted on the case. Now, remember the story of the little girl we brought to you 2 weeks ago who was locked up, beaten and tortured by her aunt and her husband in Onitsha, Anambra State. Now, the good news is that the suspects have been arraigned before the court, but it didn't end there. Investigation reveals that even the little baby whom they claim is theirs was bought with a sum of 135,000 naira. Over to you, Umo Basi Edet, for more.
That's the cry of a mother, heartbroken, shocked, and traumatized to see her little girl who was living with her sister being subjected to so much pains, torture, and abuse. Little Ekperamaka was brought from Abakaliki by her aunt, who resides in Onitsha, some months ago, to help babysit her supposedly newborn baby. This journey, however, became a nightmare as she was constantly being beaten, bruised with broken limbs, and left hungry. Rescue came her way through a good neighbor who alerted the human rights activists, prompting the arrest and the subsequent arraignment of the suspects. Her mom, who got wind of the recent development, arrived at the court premises soaked in emotions.
Yeah, can't you believe where we're born here? Or sim no gaga school, Macan Hapukwane Abacha December. Go when we came Mutazio Ndeba before your gawa school. I didn't more happy. I didn't more happy. Nasi no more Kahame, Okareka, Mamma Kanawa, Boberenwa, a man would not me for Joketa, no so Chukuga George, Manoli God, man, and Mamma Oziquano Taco Garden. I'm more Quando Taco Garden.
She claims she released little Ekperamaka to her own sister after she came to the village to announce that she has been delivered of a baby boy. Investigation, however, reveals that she got the baby through the third defendant after paying the sum of 135,000 naira. Intriguing, you may say. Well, that is a story for another day. After listening to the 3 count charges leveled against them, the man pleaded guilty to 2, while the other 2 suspects, being his wife and her sister, pleaded not guilty to all the charges. The human rights activist who prompted the investigation and some members of FIDA watching the brief had this to say.
I feel so good, I feel so happy because justice is about to be done and done properly too.
When we recovered this girl, she was almost dying with sores all over her. They are not denying, they maltreated her, they were beating her up on a daily basis and molesting the little girl of 7 years old.
For little Ekperamaka, who was in pains and traumatized on the day she was rescued, the story is different. It is a smile of hope, a smile of freedom, and a smile of gratitude. NTA News promises to bring you up to date as the story unravels.
I'm sure they didn't expect the law to catch up with them. We will keep you posted, and I'm sure relevant authorities will do all they can to help the girl. Time for a break. Newsline will continue shortly.
The FIRS cordially invites all ministers, heads of government departments and parastatals, heads of revenue-generating agencies to the 2022 National Tax Week. Activities scheduled for the National Tax Week include a tax walk by 9 a.m. on Monday, 28 March 2022, to be led by the Executive Chairman, FIRS. The second National Tax Dialogue with the theme, Tax Harmonization for Enhanced Revenue Generation, will hold by 9 a.m. on Tuesday, 29 March 2022 at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, and an exclusive dinner with the country's top 20 taxpayers in the evening of Tuesday, 29th March 2022. Kindly note that entry to these events is strictly on invitation. For further clarifications or inquiries, please call 080-330-42028. 080-330-42028. Announcer Muhammad Nami, Executive Chairman, Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
This isn't a fight, alright? It's more like a battle. So you gotta come through from the jump. Show them you have too much heart to get bypassed. Because you and I both know nobody's playing in the streets. See, if you hold back, you lose. If you get cold feet, you freeze. That leaves only one way to go, really. And that's hard. So show up, show out, show yourself. Battle for your dream. Only the best to make it at the Global Battle of the Year Nigeria. Don't miss the search for Nigeria's most creative dance talents.
When times are tough, we know that as the mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. It's great value. It protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems, which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
If I buy this bully, now 3 can be my portion. We do. People like say they happen for there. Almost sea level. No darling, after all of us now PC dog. Oh boy, let me the one place the 7 times a woof. Bros don't get 5 times a woof. And this I don't collect 6 times a woof. This one now, woof everywhere you go.
Whether you be new or old MTN customer, store up a woof with the boss spray everywhere you go.
Ah, Bobby, you gonna show.
The Nivea Dry Impact and Dry Comfort Deodorants. with quick dry effect and longer lasting fragrance. Guaranteed to keep you feeling dry and fresh all day. Proven 48-hour protection and longer lasting fragrance from Nivea. Never get hot and fresh with the Nivea Dry Fresh deodorants.
Thank you for the rejections that taught me to keep striving. Thank you for the long hours that taught me discipline. Thank you for the knockdowns that taught me to bounce back. And for the unexpected victories that taught me to never give up. Thank you for making me who I am.
Does your toothpaste give you complete fresh protection? New Close Up Toothpaste Complete Fresh Protection takes care of your 5 important oral care needs. It gives you strong teeth, prevents tooth holes, cleans deeply, fights bacteria, and gives you fresh breath. Complete fresh protection from Close Up.
Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that. Give me some of that. Some of this, some of that.
Back. Now let's talk about air travel. Imagine having access to over 1,000 destinations across the world with 14 airlines providing quality services. This is part of the advantages of the One World Travel Arrangement, which is enhancing business and tourism in Nigeria. Samuel Johnson is standing by to give us details.
The event is not only captivating, it provides opportunity for evaluation and celebration of the services and advantages which the 14 airlines, including Air Maroc, offer passengers and the business community, as well as tourism development. The presence of the Ministry of Aviation and the Ministry of Information and Culture at this event is a pointer to the support that the federal government offers to grow businesses and tourism to boost job creation and improve the nation's economy.
They come into Nigeria, those Air Morocco passengers now, according to them, additional 1,000 destinations added to the Air Morocco network all over the world. So it gives passengers a lot of options.
Coming together and opening up, the Nigerian space to the world is going to impact heavily, because when you're talking about tour operators, our own SMEs are tour operators, they are the travel agencies. All of these people are going to be empowered.
For the top notch in the Royal Air Maroc and One World Alliance, business expansion with quality services and impact on Nigeria's economy are the essence of the venture.
If you're a high-value customer, loyalty program member, for example, of Royal Air Maroc, somewhere on the African continent, all the benefits that you're accustomed to receiving from Royal Air Maroc will be reciprocated by every One World member.
And also our customer here in Nigeria, they will be able to fly with us to Casablanca and to continue with the other airlines via our hub.
Operators in the aviation industry say Nigeria stands to benefit from this alliance.
We now have this additional access
not only into North Africa, but through the rest of the world as well.
For every incremental customer that we bring into the market, the economy of Nigeria earns more taxes. That is amazing for the economy.
Enabling environment to encourage foreign and local investors is what the federal government offers to achieve rapid economic growth.
Air travel made easy indeed. Now, it was prayer session all through at the palace of the Oba of Yoruba, Abuja FCT, as a woman described as a philanthropist and advocate for women and girls, as well as the less privileged in the society, was to be crowned the Erelu of Yoruba FCT. Hawa Gimba reports that the President, National Council of Women's Society, Gloria Laraba Shoda, the Erelu designate, was ushered into the palace by the Oba Allah.
Local beat of drum symbolizes a new beginning as guests walk in different attires to honor one of their own, Mrs. Gloria Laraba Shoda. Before the guests and well-wishers with different attires, an oriki that is praised to honor the celebrants. Joy was visible on their faces. The celebrant was ushered in by the Oba Allah with what is known as arrow, indicating peace. Decorated with the crown of Erelu of Yoruba, Abuja, FCT, and the presence of all the chiefs in the palace, accompanied with prayers for success as well as prosperity. Mrs. Shoda was full of gratitude.
I feel highly honored because Erelu chieftaincy is one of the highest chieftaincy titles that a woman can attain in Yoruba land.
Because she has been doing very well. So she has to continue to do whatever she was doing. We know her very well. She's a caring mother in all angles, in all aspects.
Shortly after the coronation, guests dine and wine were the celebrants.
We must acknowledge them. We must celebrate them. We must also celebrate the men who believe in women and who support the struggle that women are doing to contribute meaningfully to national development.
The Erelu, Mrs. Gloria Laraba Shoda, in a life journey and struggle, was not only occupied with the fight for women, but further went on to write 2 books titled Journey to Equity and a Song for Women.
It's all about women. Erelu is a women, like a women leader. So it's all about women. And the book also is all about women. So I just hope that all women will have copies of that book.
Some recipients of the Erelu's award commended her giant stride for women and were thankful.
Well-deserved award because as the Kauram Bauchi, he has parity for women.
This is a statement of fact that we need to keep our women and youth. Any nation that wants development must respect the role of women and youth.
National President NCWS is the 17th president of the Women's Society who has contributed to the development of the group.
All I'll say is keep up the good works. Now to wedding bells. Calling it a gathering of the information family may not be wrong. This is all thanks to Abdullah Hissani and Nafisat Garuba Abari, who have found love in a common pool. Abdul Malik Hassan reports that Nafisa Garuba Abari is the daughter of the current Director General of the National Orientation Agency. He gives an insight into the list of guests at the wedding ceremony.
That expression is the joy of a father whose daughter is about to complete half of her Islamic rites. Abdullah Hissani and Nafisa Garba Abari are about to be called husband and wife, and this is the essence of this gathering. Before all praying eyes, the groom's family tendered the sum of 100,000 naira as bride price, which was received with deepest satisfaction by the bride's family, an act that paved the way for the solemnization.
A very happy day for every parent. A very happy day, special day for the bride and for the groom. We wish them the very best and all that they wish for themselves in this marriage relationship. They have seen how we have gone. I have been married to her mother for 42 years. Whatever it is that she must have picked from that relationship with her mother and I, it is what I expect her to replicate.
I wish them a very happy and successful marriage. And we are so happy that we are here to witness this very historic occasion.
Alhamdulillah, it's very fulfilling. We wish them the very best and may Allah be with them. Always remember that they are fulfilling the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So anything that they do within that context, inshallah, all will be well.
The wedding was attended by the Information Minister, Lai Mohammed, the former governor of Kano State, Rabiu Kwankwaso, friends, family, and well-wishers.
Congratulations, we wish you the very best. Now, Ushe district in Zenshi of Zuru town in Kebbi State was agog last Saturday when the son of the one-time Controller General of the Nigeria Correctional Service, Jafaru Ahmed, picked a wife. The event was witnessed by the creme de la creme of the society from far and near. Ibrahim Dan Hamidu takes it from here.
That prayer is what in Islamic injunction made Shamsuddin and Nafisa to become husband and wife, meaning that they are now for each other till death do them part. It was preceded by the payment of 100,000 naira as dowry. The incumbent Controller General Nigeria Correctional Service, Haliru Nababa, represented the groom in seeking for the bride's marriage from her father, Udu Damalen, the district head of Fakai, in the presence of families, friends, relations, and well-wishers. Soon after the solemnization in far-away Birnin Kebbi, the young couple hosted friends, relations, and to a befitting reception with much to savor amidst musical entertainment. Apparently mindful of the huge task ahead for the young couple, some of those in attendance have these as advice to them.
Your wife is to respect you. You as a man, you are to love your wife. And God will be happy to see you people happy and working together in unity and in love.
They should know that courtship is over and now it's love, compassion, and then everything they will do, they must know that peace must reign.
To love one another. For the lady, I would always tell her that her garment in marriage should remain, her garment in this marriage should remain tolerance, respect, honesty, and trust.
I wish them all the very best, and I pray that God will bless their union.
To both parents of the groom, words are not enough to express how happy they are.
I would like to thank God for this day. I would like to thank God and thank everyone that is here for supporting us in every way.
It is the joy of every parent to see this day, where one, either a daughter or a son, is married. You know that they are going to begin to have their own family, and you wish them well, and you know that they have come of age. So you always be there for them and wish them a happy married life.
Congratulations to the young couple. Time to pay some bills. We'll be back.
GoTV price don't go down low for inside Max for Less promo. They go summer you with GoTV decoder, GoTenna, plus 1 month max subscription. Package will be 9,500 naira before. They don't slash them to 6,500 naira. See discount. Make yourself enjoy football for inside your house. Cross leg watch African Magic come play Niger, telenovela, Nigerian Idol, and Bunga drama. Yourself is so big with Max for Less promo and enjoy correct entertainment for only 6,500 naira. So make you hurry. Visit GoTV store today. This offer not be forever. GoTV. Love it.
Like a bird needs wings to fly, you need skills to be productive.
No matter the level of your education, ITF can train you to acquire skills in areas like mechatronics, metal machining, facility technology, electronics and computer networking, information and communication technology, ICT, culinary art, and agriculture. Acquire a skill and transform yourself from being unemployed to becoming even an employer. Be a valuable Nigerian youth. Say no to unemployment and poverty. It's time. Industrial Training Fund, developing the nation's human resource.
Our pastors, our imams, in every church, in every mosque, please realize that in the course of praying for peaceful and transparent elections, we all have duties beyond prayers. If we want a stable society before, during, and after the elections, what should you be saying to those that worship with you? All Sundays and all Fridays, you are saddled with the responsibility of bringing up good generations. It is therefore your duty to both man and God to ensure peace all the time, no matter about elections alone. People talk to people and people listen. Talk to your followers. Make them listen to ensure peaceful 2023 elections. This message is from the National Orientation Agency.
Come back. Now, as we speak, because this is breaking news, as we speak, there is fire outbreak at Lotto on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The Federal Road Safety Corps advises motorists to avoid the area for now and be very careful. Now, he is a physically challenged person in every sense of that expression, but his condition is never a barrier for him to derive happiness in his own unique way. He is doing so by building a strong obsession for anything India, be it music, dressing, expressions, and above all, films, believed to be the main factor in all. These traits exhibited by Mustafa Khan, alias Baba Wankan, in Benin Kebbi, in Kebbi State, have endeared him to the high and mighty in the society. Usman Abdullahi Shehu takes it from here.
Expecting to see the convoy of the governor, minister, or any high government official in town, you are wrong. This siren is signaling the arrival of Mustafa Shehu, aka Babanwanka, a familiar sight among residents of Birnin Kebbi. The 35-year-old Mustafa Khan, who believed to be of Indian nationality, only to be sent to his Nigerian parents, Erbuga Khan and Shehu Khan, both based in Kofar Kola in Birnin Kebbi, to be brought up.
Babaji kyawa meiga mei bagaba mei zindagi hayala ki baya kuch nahi shoenge mei mohabbat nasiya ko da taso da yawa da gaskiya.
It all started with a strong attachment to Indian movies since I was a child. By God's willing, I was opportuned to visit India myself, courtesy of someone with a special interest in me. I saw everything I needed to see about India. I will forever remain grateful to the person that took me there.
The comedian, whose growing fame transcends Kebbi State, has fans cutting across ages and social strata. He's a known figure to many prominent personalities in Nigeria. Babanwanka is among the fortunate Nigerians to have toured Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and his dreamland, India, all courtesy of a fan.
Frankly speaking, I don't beg. I have no reason to. In fact, I don't see myself as disabled. I have good people encouraging and supporting me all the times.
The young man's dressing pattern is heavily influenced by Indian culture, day in, day out. Another unique attribute of Babanwanka is that whenever an Indian song is played to him, he will simply break down in tears, for it reminds him of his friends, family, and above all, his dreamland, India.
Oh my goodness. You see, I warn you not to play any Indian music whenever Babanwanka is around, so that it doesn't make him go haywire. Sorry, Babanwanka. Sorry, please.
Some fans of Baba Wanka are full of praises on him and has this to say on his strong attachment with India.
Most of our relationship with general public is cordial. He used to, whenever he goes out, people used to, he greets people and he normally mingle with them very much. There is no problem as far as his association with people is concerned.
Baba Wanka to me is a special person. You see, he do his things the way he think is good for him, you know.
Baba Wanka has a tailor whose identity is not known by anyone, who specializes in sewing clothes for him to his taste, another distinguishing feature of his jester.
Happiness is a choice. And I think somebody should record him and tag Z-World. Never can tell what can happen. Now, we'll go back to the breaking news. There is a fire right now at Loto along the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Now, relations and friends of late Deaconess Margaret Ayodele of Ayetoru Bede in Ijemu local government area of Kogi State had one more chance to shower her with tributes and also demonstrate their love as her body was laid to rest. Jonathan Omajali reports that the DG Nigerian Television Authority, represented by the General Manager NTA Lokoja Yahaya Adam, supported by other staff, were at the funeral and outing service.
It was a gathering meant to mourn the end of a beautiful life, but also to celebrate a woman whose life was a well of love and kindness. Age 74, late Deaconess Margaret Olutomola Ayodele, in the words of loved ones, was the perfect mother, friend, and neighbor.
Compassionate mother. In fact, I don't know the word to use to describe her. Beautiful in and out.
It can be described as a virtuous woman. She sacrificed her time. She labored for her children.
She's a woman that if they say, I want to have another mother, I want to have her again and again and again.
It was hard to say goodbye as her remains were laid to rest at her Yeturugbede hometown in Kogi State. The late septuagenarian, whose love for the helpless made her work in an orphanage home from 1962 to 1965, was later celebrated at the Apostolic Church, where a Thanksgiving service was held. Members of NTA family were among sympathizers present. Mrs. Helen Mudupe Ashaulu, daughter of the deceased and director internal audit, NTA National Headquarters.
From testimonies we've heard from people, she lived a fulfilled life, and we want to congratulate the family for giving her this befitting burial.
Not in most cases that you have parents go before the children. We thank God that is not our case. I want to felicitate the entire family and for her in particular.
Gone, but not forgotten. Loved ones continue to savor the good memories she left behind.
She has left a lot of things for us to follow, like her neatness, her straightforwardness.
I love her because she's also a giver. She raised my mom, and my mom is an awesome woman, and I know she sets the right example for her to be the kind of woman she is today.
She has gone to rest in the Lord. So what you have lost is what the heavens have gained.
In fact, she's a mother indeed.
She taught us how to pray when we were growing up, and that prayer really worked for her, and it's working for me.
May her dear soul rest in peace. Now, the Onogbogi dynasty of Ilesha, Osun State, celebrated the passing on to glory of their matriarch, Madam Dorcas Onogbogi, who died at the age of 102 in grand style. Correspondent Femi Afariogun captured the colorful celebration of life held in Ilesha for Newsline.
Late Dorcas Onogbogi was one of those who brought Salvation Army Church to Ilesha, and it was the last service for the God's General as family, friends, and well-wishers came from far and wide to celebrate our impactful life. Pastor Gabriel Adepoju exemplified the zeal and passion with which late Onigbogi served God and humanity. Benga Onigbogi, who spoke on behalf of the family, promised to carry on their mother's legacies. From dust we were created, and unto dust all mortals shall return, as Madam Onigbogi's remains were interred.
Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Late Madam Dorcas Onigbogi was said to have single-handedly raised her children the way of the Lord, and all through their education, having lost her husband early in marriage.
She was very hardworking. She wanted the best for all her children. That's why they found that she didn't have much.
She was a very loving woman, caring, godly, and very nice.
A bridge builder. She doesn't separate her children. She doesn't say this is the rich or this is not the rich one. She put them together, and she's a giver.
Passed away. She was very loving, very kind. She was strict, but strict for a good reason.
And I think what I've seen within the family, between the mother and the children, is that there existed true love.
I pray that all the children that survive her will live long as she did.
Born in 1919, Madam Dorcas Onigbogi attended Holy Trinity Primary School, Omofe Ijesha, and was a popular food vendor in Elisha. She died in January this year at the age of 102.
May her sweet soul rest in peace. Amen. Now, this is where we'll end Newsline for today, but note that the fastest and easiest way to becoming a star is to connect with the NTA to stand against rape and rapists. Thank you for watching. Good night, and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you.